Hi guys, thank you very much for joining me today. It's C Chronicles here. I hope you've subscribed, and if you haven't, please do. Please follow me on Instagram. I go by the name C Chronicles there as well. Welcome to another episode of cheapies that are a straight up clone, dupe, or somehow have a DNA to some of the designer fragrances. Today I'm going to be talking about this one. It's called How to Marry a Millionaire by Marilyn Monroe. This is a perfume that was released in 2016. This is 100 mils and it's an eau de parfum. And then it also comes in a gift set like this. I've seen some with 3 items in. This one had a body lotion and the fragrance. So now going back to the fragrance itself, this is how it looks. Right, don't worry about my nails, guys. I'm having to fix one hand and not the other because of what we're going through lockdown. There's a lot of work that I'm doing at home, and I've noticed that sometimes having both hands with long nails can just slow you down in terms of work. So today we're going to be talking about this fragrance. Like I said, it's called How to Marry a Millionaire by Marilyn Monroe. I'm going to spray a little bit here and tell you what I'm perceiving in terms of notes. Okay, right, this is an oriental white floral. There's vanilla in here. It's salty as well, and it's sweet. It's a bit powdery, and it's quite long lasting. And if you're wondering what this perfume is dupe or clone of, I wouldn't say it's a dupe or a clone, but I'd say it has the same DNA as Olympia, Paco Rabanne's Olympia. If you're looking for an alternative that's easy on your pocket, that has the same or better lasting power and has the same DNA, if you like that white floral, the heaviness of it, a long lasting fragrance, then this is your girl, right? This fragrance is, there's jasmine in this fragrance. It's powdery, like I said, there's vanilla in here. And it's quite thick as well. And now going back to this actual fragrance, I was wondering, whether they got it right to have this as a Marilyn Monroe line, because this to me is quite thick. It's quite cloying. Marilyn Monroe herself, I think, was a very soft, very feminine and soft, sassy, classy kind of lady. So I'm not quite sure why they thought this would be the nose to represent her, or a scent to represent her, because to me this is a bit on the heavy side, in your face side, which is maybe why they, because Marilyn Monroe was kind of in your face. But in terms of this as a scent to represent her, I'm not quite sure. This is also one of those that I feel are a bit dated, just like Olympia. I've never liked Olympia. This is why I didn't get myself to buy the actual Olympia. I had a tester of it, and I sprayed it side by side with this one, and I think, yes, if you love Olympia by Paco Rabanne, and you're looking for an alternative or a perfume that you can spray not sparingly because of the price, this would definitely be the one to go for. And this to me, I bought 2. Like I said, this one's 100 mils because it doesn't break the bank. It's a very, very cheap fragrance. You can get this on eBay. You can get it on Amazon, Fragrance Direct, or on the internet. If you just put there are a lot of stores that sell this, and for a very, very reasonable price. I got this one for about I think $20, and this one on Fragrance Direct for about £12. Now, if you are looking for like an in-depth information of what I actually think about this fragrance is not my cup of tea. I don't mind having it on my dresser. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's not my cup of tea. I intend trying it in winter because I think maybe in winter it will maybe play out differently than it does in summer, because in summer I feel it's a bit heavy, it's nauseating, it's cloying, it's thick to a certain extent, which is something that I found that was the same with Olympia. I find Olympia thick. I find it cloying. I find it, you know, this is one of those that, again, if you spray this, you are committed to it, because the lasting power, guys, is beyond. Pairing this with the price, if you're a fragrance lover or you're a collector like myself, I'd say yes, definitely go for it, because the lasting power for this, and for it to be a celebrity fragrance, I think they nailed it on this. But like I said, in terms of, do I like it myself? Not necessarily. It's not my cup of tea. And it's the same with Olympia. I wouldn't say, oh, if the question was asked to me, okay, if somebody had to gift you Olympia, would you like it because it's Olympia? No, because to me, it's one of those, it just sticks. It stays there. It is a compliment getter. Don't get it twisted. If spraying this, I sprayed this at home, and the first time I got it, the kids were commenting about it. It is a compliment getter. It has it has this lasting power. It makes an intro before you do. If you like those kind of fragrances that are like in your face, this is definitely one to go for. But like I said, it's kind of those fragrances that are a bit dated, and maybe this was the thought process behind this, because Marilyn Monroe also is the face, or rather she is known to have used Chanel number 5, and to me Chanel number 5 is also one of those soft but staying power, is beast mode, and it's always there. So yes, if you like these kind of fragrance, or you want to try it, or you want to try Olympia, and you feel no, Olympia is a bit high on your pocket or heavy on your pocket, then maybe try this first. If you think you like this, then you would definitely like Olympia, and you can possibly spend more money on buying the fragrance Olympia itself. Then in terms of the age group, I think this is a more mature scent. Yes, I can see a young person liking this, but if I were to use a ratio of say 1 to 10%, I think maybe 3% of the young people might like this, and 7% would be like the mature ladies that may like this. It's a beautiful fragrance, guys. I like the bottle as well. It's got a crystal looking top, but it's a very light and plasticky top. And the circle, the way it is round here, it kind of like looks, the same as along the lines with Olympia. Olympia is a roundish bottle, and maybe this is why they made this one round as well, because of the same DNA that it has with Olympia. So I hope I've managed to help you with this one. Now the other question is, would you buy this as a blind buy? Yes, you can buy this as a blind buy. I wouldn't buy Olympia as a blind buy because of the price point, but I would recommend buying this as a blind buy, just to see if you would like the Olympia fragrance, or if you just would like this How to Marry a Millionaire, because I do think a sizable number of ladies would actually like this fragrance, but it's not for me, because to me it's heavy, it's thick, it's nauseating, it's warm, but it's also powdery, but it stays heavy. It makes an intro before you do. So having said that, guys, thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you all are safe. I'd like to thank the frontliners for what they continue to do during this COVID period, and I'd like to say we are together in this, and we will conquer. So thank you very much for joining me. Please do subscribe, like, comment, share, and remember, guys, smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.